6:24 on a Monday. Abe Brown's with us to talk a little NFL. Hey, Abe, how are you?
Good, Bobby. How you doing?
Good. Hey, yesterday was a banner day for the big quarterback names, wasn't it?
The big bumblebee had a great day. Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, who really saw that coming? 522 yards, 6 touchdowns. And against the Colts defense, it really hasn't played that poorly. The 49ers have kind of had their ups and downs, and I think the week before they rediscovered that they have this really good running back named Frank Gore. When the Packers got into the red zone, all of a sudden they're throwing slant patterns to Julius Peppers. You saw the physical mismatch, how much taller Peppers was than the defensive back throw, just like the big brother, a jump ball, basically. Just not even a fade route, just throw it up high, and the big brother goes up and gets it.
If the Redskins are able to be competitive against the Seahawks, that's going to really surprise me today.
I think there's a chance if the Seahawks bus breaks down on the way to the game. Seattle's won, I think, 8 straight Monday night games. I'd be very surprised if it's not 9 after tonight.
Another team where last week people were writing them off. They're too old. Their quarterback's over the hill.
You might be referring to the Patriots. Yeah. You know, it's funny what can happen in 14 hours. You keep Tom Brady, keep his jersey clean. You run for 203 yards on the ground, and again, it's a thing about turnovers. You know, the week before they -3 in the blowout loss to the Chiefs. Yesterday, they do a good job of holding on to the ball. They turn the ball over for Cincinnati, who everyone thought was the best team in the league. And, all of a sudden now it's a different conversation.
When Peyton Manning gets it going on offense and the Broncos get some balance offensively, man, they are a handful.
There was a Demaryius Thomas sighting finally after he struggled early on in the season. You know, franchise record, 226 yards. And that was with the 77-yarder called back. So he could have been over 300 yards yesterday. And I think that bodes well for Peyton Manning and the Broncos. And Emmanuel Sanders has been phenomenal. I think that's one of the stories that really hasn't come out, is that he's been so explosive. And you can see them making just a concerted effort to get him the ball as much as they can. So you got, both Thomases, Emmanuel Sanders, Wes Welker. That's just a lot of options for him and a lot of things that he can do at the line of scrimmage. He needs some balance just because as the year goes on, you can't expect Peyton to carry you all the way through. We saw that in the Super Bowl. If they get a little more balance, yeah, they're right there in the thick of it.
In terms of anybody we haven't covered, a team that you think's playing well, would you put the Cowboys in that category? They've now won 4 in a row.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, they're the number one rushing offense in the league. I think the offensive line has come together a lot quicker than everybody thought. The kid out of Notre Dame, Zach Martin, the rookie, he's playing great at guard. Ronald Leary, the other guard, is playing well. The defense has been the big surprise. I don't think anyone really thought the defense would play as well for the Cowboys as they have. But just the way that they run the ball, I think you have to have them, in that conversation.
Which teams are showing signs of life, and which teams are on the brink of becoming grease fires? Well, let's start with a couple of teams that really look like they're hurting. The New York Jets.
I don't know what the light at the end of the tunnel is for them, other than just an oncoming train.
Jacksonville Jaguars. That's not less of a surprise. That's almost like not an NFL team at this point.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any truth to the rumor that the Jaguars are going to be moved to the SEC.
Biggest surprise of the day for you yesterday?
I have to say the biggest surprise from a negative aspect is the Falcons. At the 2-minute warning and the other team is out of timeouts, I mean, if they take a knee 3 times there, sure, they'll give it back to them with about 20, 25 seconds, but there's no way that they can lose that game. This was a team that 2 years ago, they were, a second half collapse away from going to the Super Bowl. They lost to San Francisco. They were up in that game, and since then, they've gone 6-18. So that's the collapse of the Falcons has been a real big surprise, and I think it culminated yesterday with what happened in London.
If you had to bet on one coach who's going to be looking for a new job, my money would be on Mike Smith right now.
Yeah, well, you asked Dennis Allen about having a bad trip in London and coming back with the job. He would tell you that doesn't work. that doesn't work out very well.
Yeah, good stuff. Abe, thank you very much.
Absolutely, Bobby. We'll talk to you later.
Abe Brown, 6:37. We'll be right back on ESPN 1420.